episode of the Bourky Cabinet, featuring AJ and
Jessica!
Today we have a regular new riff, but we also have a bunch of merch from when we went to the distillery. Literally, that's feeling like it's stuck for a second. Ooh buddy. Oh, it's because it still has part of glue that you didn't get all the way off there. But anyway.
You like how he knocked me for that? Like,
we have glycerin glasses and they have rock glasses, which is actually just the bottom of the bottle. They just cut it off. Yeah.
So it's super heavy duty and not impossible to break, but a lot harder to break, and that makes it super freaking nice, and it feels heavy and nice in the hand.
And this is their regular bottle.
So as we've mentioned before, New Riff is his favorite bourbon through and through. They were founded in 2014, and they are located up in New Riff, Kentucky. They have the distillery is a separate location to their actual rick house area. But it's a really nifty experience if you feel like if you're in the area and you want to take a tour. It's only $10 for the tour. After you finish the tour too, if you spend, what was it, $35 or $25?
I think it's $25.
$25 or more, then you get $10 off in the gift shop area. So it could potentially be free if you're crazy like us and buy all the merch that you possibly can. Nifty little tidbits about them that we didn't really necessarily know beforehand. However, I had heard of this happening before, but I didn't realize that it was this distillery that did it at. So it started off with these two owners that owned not Party City, Party Source. Sorry, Party Source. And they had this crazy idea to start up a distillery. They had a large amount of property. They started digging inside of into this hill and just nonchalantly struck the water that they needed to start producing bourbon. Whenever they got started and to get ready for that process, they were told that they weren't allowed to own a liquor store along with a distillery because it, compromises their conflict of interest. There you go. So instead of selling their store, they decided to actually give it to the employees there, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, as a liquor store employee, if my company decided to give me the store, I'd be like, here you go, it's yours now. My morale would boost tenfold. So from what I hear, that store is doing absolutely phenomenal. Go check it out too. It's an excruciatingly large store as well. That's located right next door. They share the same parking lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said that that was part of the parking lot before they actually built the distillery of New Riff as well.
But yeah, it's a really, really fun experience. Going to the little bar out there, it's super fun. They have a lot of good mixed drinks. Phenomenal experience, but we know we've done several of their specialties on here before, and we have several more to go through. But we decided that we would finally get down to doing the regular. We drink this on the regular here, and now we decided to not open the bottle before showing you guys.
We almost did. We were that close.
Super close. So yeah, let's get right into it unless you have anything else to say.
New Riff is my favorite.
This is our first time drinking out of all of these glasses too. Don't worry, we washed them.
I hope we watched them.
I mean, I don't know, I just don't want people to think we're nasty, like. Okay.
I smell with my little nose grains.
First thing, he didn't say alcohol. He just said grains. Grain is an alcohol, but he didn't just say alcohol.
Next thing I smell, taste. Next thing I smell, alcohol.
Shut the fuck. You're only doing that because I just said something. Jeez.
So I get some of the grains. I get a little hint of a barrel. There's something else. A little bit of rye. A little bit of rye.
Me personally, I do get those grains that you mentioned earlier. I also get a little bit of caramel, almost like a little bit of toffee butter on that. Like you can smell the buttery thickness to it. But yeah, I mean, no, it's not an off-putting smell. Just a almost normal go-to smell. Maybe a slight tobacco smell. I don't really know.
Delish. So, I will say, with this, it being 100 proof, most new riffs across the board are 100 proof. Every now and again, on their single barrels, it can fluctuate and go up some. Usually nothing that's crazy, but it will go up. But for it being 100 proof, very smooth. You don't get a 2-armed Kentucky hug. You get the half leaner hug, because it does sit in the chest just a little bit, but not like some of the other ones that we did videos on, that's for sure. But taste-wise, there's definitely, you still taste the grains. There's some rye that you will get a hint of, and a little bit of a woody barrel. So it's almost like what you're smelling is what you're going to get.
See, for me, I get caramel and vanilla first and foremost, super initially. In the middle aspect of my mouth, I get that singe and more of those barrel notes. You can get a little bit of that charredness, but it's not really there either. It just kind of plays with your palate a bit, in my opinion. I don't really get any sort of Kentucky hug on it. All the burn for me personally sticks on my tongue and in my throat. It doesn't really travel down to this portion. Also, on the backhand of it, I get a slight... Sorry, I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, on the back end, I get the slight, almost cherry flavor to it. It's not like a black cherry like I've mentioned before in videos. It's just like a ever so slight nonchalant cherry, and it's just a hint of it. It's just hardly back there, but it I don't know, gives it this extra sort of depth of flavor, in my opinion, which adds to its deliciousness.
All I know is that New Riff is amazing. Again, check them out if you are anywhere close by, especially Cincinnati. It's right across the river. Can't miss it. It's literally down the street from the aquarium. They have a big wall that says New Riff on it, so you literally can't miss it.
Yeah, it's a really cool place, and everyone is so nice. Our tour guide specifically was, honestly, he did the best bourbon tour I've ever been on. He was so much fun, and yeah, I loved it. It was great. It was such a nifty experience. Yeah, sorry.
So,
ratings?
9. That's easy for me because, again, this is so good to me. I really do enjoy it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'll give it so stuck. Okay. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I'll stop it there.
8.7.
Yeah, 8.7. That's what I'm giving. Not quite a 9. Almost an 8.5. It's better than that.
Also, this is much bigger than a shot. Sorry.
Here we go to try to shoot it.
Oh, I'm not shooting this whole thing.
As you can tell,
Oh, these.
you had to get some Glencairn glasses from New Riff. Now, if you are going to purchase a Glencairn glass, the short ones like this, without the stands at the bottom, they do better than the larger ones that we have mentioned before. It's not that the opening is open anymore or anything, but they fit better in the hand. They're harder to break. They're more durable. And honestly, I just like holding it. Like, that's the only reason why I like this, but still Glencairns ain't shit, so in my book. Like, that changes, this glass changes nothing of the smell for me compared to this one. Nothing. Okay, sorry. Done with my little rant. Is that about a shot?
No.
That's probably too much, isn't it?
Yeah. That's closer. No, it seemed like it was still a little big there to you.
A little bit, but it's all right. It's New Riff, so it's all good.
I would also likewise give their shots a 9. Cause it seems like it's a little more subtle when you shoot it as opposed to sipping it.
Yeah, whenever you take it in a shot like that, it's like you get all the flavors mashed up into one. It's like the KFC Famous Bowl. Everything mashed into one. And then at the end there, you get more of the barrel notes than what you actually do whenever you sip it, in my opinion. Which is actually really nice. So I'm gonna give it. I am gonna be mean. Screw it, right? I'm gonna do a 8.75. It increased by 0.05. It's so good either way.
8.7 and 8.75. I give it a double 9.
I mean, it's good anyway. Either way, I mean, it really is. Their product here is absolutely phenomenal, and for it to be a non-chill filtered, bottled in bond, like, it's an exceptional product, especially for all of their regular bottles to be tasting the same across the board. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that's too difficult to find, and it's about, what we said before, like $45.
40 bucks.
40 bucks. A bottle. I just bought this earlier tonight. You think I would have known that, but obviously I don't pay attention to prices. But I mean, for its price point, like, this is a phenomenal bourbon to have, and it's better than the majority of bourbons out there, in my personal opinion, and I know he agrees with me, seeing how it's one of his favorites, or is his favorite, I should say.
So on the next episode, we got, well, when she bought this, she bought something else too, but I'm gonna tell you what it is, but it will make its way on a video too. Yeah, that's all I really got. I ain't really much else. So until the next episode.
Ja, matane.